cozy vintage trend is taking over 2025 homes. Grandmacore Decor Tour. Welcome to the world of Grandmacore, a cozy vintage trend that is transforming homes in 2025 with nostalgic charm and warmth. This aesthetic embraces softness, pattern mixing, and treasured heirlooms to create inviting spaces full of personality and history. To get started, focus on layering textures and patterns that evoke comfort and nostalgia without overwhelming the senses. The key is to combine vintage finds with personal touches that tell a story, whether it's a floral quilt or an old ceramic teacup. Step 1. Cozy textiles are a must. Begin your Grandmacore journey by layering soft, cozy textiles like floral quilts, crocheted throws, and embroidered cushions. Use fabrics in muted tones like dusty rose, sage green, and ivory to keep the look warm and inviting. Add variety by mixing lace doilies and vintage tea towels as accents on furniture or shelves. These small touches bring intricate detail and soft texture that make the space feel handcrafted and unique. Pro tip: choose textiles that are washable or easy to care for, since you'll want to keep your cozy space fresh and inviting. Think quilts, doilies, and crochet. Handmade quilts, crocheted blankets, and delicate lace doilies to capture the essence of Grandmacore. Layer these pieces on beds, couches, or armchairs to instantly add warmth and nostalgia to your rooms. Don't hesitate to mix different patterns and textures. A floral quilt paired with a crochet throw creates a charming lived-in look. These heirloom-style textiles evoke a sense of history and comfort that defines Grandmacore. Pro tip: visit thrift stores or craft fairs to find authentic vintage quilts and doilies that add genuine character to your space. Turn your home into a vintage haven. To transform your home into a vintage haven, start by selecting timeless pieces that bring warmth and character. Think antique mirrors, rustic wood accents, and vintage ceramics that make each room feel like a cozy retreat. Arrange your vintage finds in ways that highlight their charm without cluttering the space. A few well-placed items tell a story better than a crowded shelf, so curate intentionally for a cozy vibe. Pro tip: use small groupings of vintage items to create focal points in each room. Start with soft, layered textiles. Layering soft textiles is key to achieving the cozy Grandmacore look. Start with a base of neutral or pastel bedding, then add quilts, throws, and cushions in varied textures and patterns. Don't be afraid to mix lace with knits or floral prints with gingham for visual interest. This layered effect creates depth and invites you to curl up and relax in your space. Pro tip: pick textiles that feel good to the touch to enhance the comforting atmosphere. Mix patterns: florals, lace, and knits. Embraces mixing patterns like florals, lace, and knits to create a nostalgic and lived-in feel. Layer floral curtains with lace-trimmed pillows and chunky knit throws for a harmonious, cozy blend. When mixing patterns, balance busier prints with subtle textures to avoid overwhelming your space. Keep colors within a soft palette to tie everything together seamlessly. Pro tip: use solid color pillows or throws to break up intense patterns and give eyes a rest. Go vintage with furniture choices. Choose furniture with a vintage feel. Think carved wood chairs, tufted armchairs, and distressed dressers. These pieces add character and instantly make your home feel more inviting and timeless. Don't worry about perfect matching. A mix of styles and eras makes the space uniquely yours. Look for secondhand finds or DIY projects to create budget-friendly vintage charm. Pro tip: refresh thrifted furniture with chalk paint for a shabby chic look. Thrift or DIY make new look old. Thrifting and DIY projects are perfect for adding vintage character without breaking the bank. Hunt for classic pieces at flea markets or upcycle modern furniture with vintage-inspired details like distressed paint. Try sewing your own embroidered cushions or crafting doilies to add personal flair. These handmade touches enrich the authenticity of your Grandmacore decor. Pro tip: use natural materials like linen and cotton for DIY projects to stay true to vintage textures. Curate sentimental touches. Items like family heirlooms, vintage photos, or handmade crafts to deepen the nostalgic feel. These personal touches make your home feel warm and meaningful, not just decorated. Display these treasures thoughtfully, grouping them to create intimate, story-filled vignettes around your space. It's the memories behind objects that bring true coziness to Grandmacore. Pro tip: rotate sentimental displays seasonally to keep your decor fresh and engaging. Display what tells a story. Choose decor items that spark conversations, old books, vintage postcards, or porcelain figurines with character. Arrange these on shelves or mantels where their charm can be appreciated daily. Mix these story-rich objects with plants or textiles to soften the display and keep it inviting. This curated clutter creates a warm, lived-in atmosphere perfect for Grandmacore. Pro tip: use vintage trays or baskets to group small items neatly while keeping them visible. Warm lighting is essential. Warm lighting sets the mood in any Grandmacore home. Opt for lamps with soft, yellow-toned bulbs and fabric or lace lampshades that diffuse light gently. Avoid harsh overhead lights and instead layer multiple light sources like table lamps, candles, and fairy lights. This creates a cozy, inviting ambience that encourages relaxation. Pro tip: use dimmer switches to control light intensity for different moods. Ditch harsh lights for cozy glow. Replace bright white bulbs with warm, soft light sources to foster a welcoming atmosphere. Lamps with vintage-style filament bulbs or candlelight work wonders for that timeless glow. with layering light by combining floor lamps, sconces, and string lights to avoid dark corners and harsh shadows. The goal is a gentle radiance that soothes and comforts. Pro tip: add vintage candle holders to tables for an easy, cozy upgrade. Bring the outside in nature decor. Integrate nature indoors by adding dried florals, potted plants, and botanical art. These natural elements soften the vintage look and add life to your cozy corners. Try wreaths made from dried lavender or eucalyptus as wall decor or centerpieces. The colors and textures bring warmth and freshness to your vintage-inspired spaces. Pro tip: use mason jars or vintage bottles as vases to keep the theme consistent. Use dried florals and botanical art. Dried florals like lavender, baby's breath, or hydrangeas add timeless beauty and low-maintenance greenery. Display them in vintage vases or bundle them into charming bouquets for tables and shelves. Dried florals with botanical prints or pressed flower frames to enhance the natural vibe. These subtle nods to nature blend perfectly with the Grandmacore aesthetic. Pro tip: refresh dried flower displays occasionally by gently dusting or swapping them out seasonally. Add cozy scents for full effect. Scent is a powerful tool for creating a cozy vintage atmosphere. Use candles or essential oil diffusers with scents like vanilla, cinnamon, or lavender to evoke warmth and nostalgia. Choose natural wax candles or oils that complement your vintage decor. The subtle aromas invite relaxation and enhance the sensory experience of your space. Pro tip: place scented candles near soft textiles to amplify the cozy effect. Vintage sounds for that homey feel. Add vintage sounds to your space using old record players, soft instrumental music, or nature sounds like rain and birdsong. These gentle background noises evoke a peaceful, homey ambience. Consider playlists of classic jazz, folk, or acoustic tunes that pair well with the vintage vibe. These sounds complete the sensory experience of your Grandmacore home. Pro tip: use a vintage-style radio or speaker to enhance the aesthetic visually and audibly. Revamp your kitchen nook. Give your kitchen nook a vintage makeover by incorporating checkered tablecloths, embroidered placemats, and soft cushions on wooden chairs. Add a small vase with dried flowers or fresh herbs for a charming lived-in feel. Swap out modern kitchenware for vintage-inspired pieces like enamelware mugs or floral-patterned plates. This simple swap adds warmth and nostalgia to your everyday meals. Pro tip: use open shelving to display pretty crockery and vintage jars for added charm. Mix and match crockery for charm. Collect mismatched vintage crockery to add personality and charm to your dining set. Combine floral teacups with polka dot saucers and hand-painted plates for an eclectic yet cozy vibe. Display your mix and match collection on open shelves or a vintage hutch to showcase its unique character. This curated chaos is quintessentially Grandmacore. Pro tip: thrift shops and estate sales are gold mines for finding quirky crockery pieces. Set the table like Grandma would. When setting your table, layer vintage linens with embroidered napkins and lace-edged placemats. Use silverware with ornate handles and delicate glassware to complete the nostalgic look. Add small floral centerpieces or vintage salt and pepper shakers for that authentic Grandmacore touch. Your guests will feel like they've stepped into a cozy, timeless gathering. Pro tip: use mismatched chairs and cushions to add informal comfort to your dining area. Display collections with intention. Group collections like vintage teacups, figurines, or books with care to create meaningful displays. Use trays, shelves, or shadow boxes to highlight your favorite pieces without clutter. Balance quantity with space so your collections breathe and each item can be appreciated. This thoughtful curation elevates the cozy vintage vibe throughout your home. Pro tip: rotate collections seasonally to keep your decor feeling fresh and nostalgic. Every corner deserves nostalgia. Fill every corner of your home with nostalgic touches like a vintage clock, framed photos, or a cozy reading nook. Small details add up to create a fully immersive Grandmacore experience. Use soft rugs, embroidered pillows, or antique lamps to invite relaxation and comfort, even in overlooked spaces. These pockets of coziness complete your vintage sanctuary. Pro tip: look for small vintage stools or baskets to add function and style to unused corners. Balance cozy with clean design. While Grandmacore celebrates layers and pattern, balance is key to avoid visual overwhelm. Pair your cozy textiles and collectibles with clean surfaces and neutral walls to create harmony. Use white or light wood furniture to open the space, giving your vintage items room to shine. This balance keeps your home inviting, not cluttered. Pro tip: clear surfaces weekly to maintain freshness without losing warmth. Create layers, not clutter. Layer your decor thoughtfully by mixing textures, patterns, and objects that complement rather than compete. Group items in odd numbers and vary heights for a balanced, visually pleasing display. Avoid overcrowding by leaving negative space to let each piece shine and prevent chaos. This approach creates warmth with elegance. Pro tip: use trays and baskets to group smaller items neatly. The Grandmacore Glow Up. Watch how simple swaps like adding layered textiles, vintage lighting, and curated decor transform a space instantly. The Grandmacore Glow Up turns cold, minimal rooms into warm, nostalgic retreats. See how each element, from cozy quilts to sentimental knickknacks, works together to build a harmonious, inviting home. Your vintage haven is just a few thoughtful touches away. Pro tip: start your makeover with one room or corner for easy, satisfying progress. Your cozy vintage home awaits. With these Grandmacore tips, your home can be a sanctuary filled with warmth, charm, and nostalgia. Embrace imperfection, mix old with new, and curate pieces that speak to your heart. Remember, cozy vintage style is all about creating comfort and joy in everyday spaces. Your unique vintage haven is waiting to come alive. Pro tip: keep a journal of your vintage finds and styling ideas to track your progress. Subscribe for more cozy home how. Love cozy vintage decor? Subscribe and hit the bell for more tips on making your home a nostalgic haven. Join our community of Grandmacore lovers and turn your space into a storybook retreat. From styling advice to DIY projects, we've got all the cozy inspiration you need to craft your perfect vintage home. See you in the next video. Pro tip: encourage viewers to comment their favorite vintage finds or share their own cozy home transformations to boost engagement.